One.
Welcome to EOSSAA.ca. This video is intended to help coaches register and prepare your team or your individual, a group of individuals, for an EOSSAA Championship. So first of all, congratulations and thank you for coaching and thank you for providing these opportunities to students. This website is the brainchild and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears of Dave Loken, a teacher coach at KCVI. So a lot of credit has to go to Dave for building this wonderful site and building it at a time where point and click software didn't really exist. So he built this from the ground up. So kudos to Dave for that. I'm Adam Nowak. I'm a teacher and coach at Renfrew Collegiate and the interim web coordinator for 2017-2018. So you've qualified to represent your region at the an EOSSAA Championship. So what I would do first is I would obviously visit EOSSAA.ca and go to whichever championship you have qualified for. So I'm a little biased. I'm going to go to the basketball championship first. And I think the first thing I would do, or we encourage you to do, is to email the convener of the championship you've qualified for. An early heads up would do the conveners a lot of good, and finding out how much the entry fee is. We've seen across our region some schools and some boards take a while to process check requisitions. So if you can find out how much money is needed for the entry fee, please do so as soon as possible. We've seen in recent years teams not showing up with entry fees. And the expectation is that you have an entry fee before your first game. Conveners and host schools have to front the cost for facility rentals, referees, trophies, all those awards. So first and foremost, email the convener, find out how much money is needed for the entry fee, and then put in the check requisition. From that, there are a number of forms that are needed to legally participate in an EOSSAA championship. So I would click on playing regulations, and just to make sure everyone's abiding by the same rules and on the same playing field. Next is the AELS entry form. Most regions in our association have gone to this, I believe. But what you need is you need to bring a signed copy of this. And usually it requires a signature of your principal, of you, the coach, and your athletic director. So you'll need that signed copy and bring it to the convener before your first game. Your seating form. In some sports, this is really simple. Others, it takes a little more time. But this ensures that the convener has a fair chance to seed teams properly. And the more detail you can provide here, the leveler the playing field will be. So there's two ways to do this form. You can go old school, I guess, and click the PDF file, and you can handwrite it, scan it, or fax it and get it to the convener. New this year is a Google Doc that you can click on this form. And if you have a Google account or a Gmail account, you can then make a copy and you can type directly into this document. And it's a way to make maybe your life a little easier. So you can type directly into this document and then fill it out to the best of your ability. And then you can either share this document with the convener, or you can download it as a PDF or a rich text format or a Microsoft Word document, and then email it to the convener as if you were attaching a document in any type of email form. Rich text format seems to be the best format that transfer best from any device, whether it's an iOS device, iPad, or a desktop or a Chromebook. So just one easier way to get that information, and maybe a way that we do not have to rely on fax machines and office hours as much. The next thing is rules of behavior and the behavior signature form. So it's always a good practice to go over the rules and expectations of behavior of coaches, managers, parents, and your student athletes. And it's a kind of a reminder of why we coach and the power of sport. And it's a requirement that your student athletes and your team staff sign off on this. And it just kind of reaffirms the true spirit of sport. Release of liability form. In this age of litigation, I suppose, this is another form that helps cover us and make sure we are free from some litigation down the road. Next is the photo release form, which is a form from EOSSAA, and this allows us to share pictures and such of our student athletes and really celebrate a lot of the accomplishments that happen within EOSSAA and within EOSSAA. Finally is the letter of intent. And again, this is available in a PDF form and in a Google Doc form. So you can click on either link here. And again, if you don't have a Google Drive account or a Gmail account, you can use the PDF form, but it might be worthwhile to get a Google Drive account. Again, I'm biased. A lot of everything I do, well, I guess not everything, but a lot of things I do is through Google. So I'm going to click Make a Copy. And this is... you can read the preamble of the intent of this. Now, this is only needed for open and senior teams going on to EOSSAA Championships. And this is really, really important as there's been some, I don't know if controversy is the right word, or some lack of clarity about teams wanting to go on to an EOSSAA Championship. So this requires you to again, fill in your EOSSAA Championship, but also to look at where the EOSSAA Championship is going to be held. And EOSSAA is sometimes a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our student athletes and for our coaches, but it can come at a financial cost. So we require you to go in, look for the EOSSAA Championship that you intend to participate in, and fill this in. This then is a conversation that you need to have with your school principal and your athletic director. By submitting this, you are implying consent that the principal and you as the coach and the athletic director are agreeing that you will be participating or not participating in the EOSSAA and to advance to an EOSSAA championship. So even though you submit it digitally in the same way that you either press share or download it as a rich text or a PDF, we do require a hard copy with signatures before the first game of your championship. So please share that with the convener, and it's probably a good idea to share it with our championship coordinators, Brian English and Sue Cottenham, and their addresses are available here. So that's it. On the surface, it seems like a lot of work, but if you put an hour in here and get the help of a veteran coach or your athletic director, it's well worth the investment to get this stuff out of the road, and so you can enjoy your EOSSAA championship and coach and participate in something that many of us love to do. If you have any questions about this, please reach out. We are available by email anytime. And thank you for listening to this very amateur YouTube tutorial. Take care.